Hey there everyone, Videogame Cabinet here, and tonight we're doing a video review of Haunting Ground for the PlayStation 2. This was a recent pickup and I just ran through it this week. Haunting Ground is a survival horror game centered around Fiona, a girl who wakes up in a mansion after a car accident. This game revolves around you escaping the mansion as you hide from stalkers that are chasing you. I just beat Haunting Ground this morning and received ending A, which is one of the good endings. I watched the other three endings on YouTube, and I personally think ending D, the bad ending, is the most chilling out of all of them, but they're all interesting. I enjoyed the game for its mysterious atmosphere, gorgeous graphics, and creepy villains. The sense of dread and tension when you are being followed by one of the enemies or accidentally run into them was extremely well done. Every time the music would start to grind and I would hear some distant footsteps, my teeth would grit in fear of one of the predators coming after me. This would happen at random, so it kept the tension running through the whole playtime. This was really well done. My favorite villain was the very disturbing Daniela. She was creepy as hell. There are no loading screens in between rooms, which makes the game a technical marvel for the PlayStation 2. The bond you have with Huey the dog is also pretty sweet, and he's a big help in defending Fiona from her assailants. This game has a lot of unique concepts, but I will say you have to be in the right mood to play it. Just like most of these heady psychological horror games, think Silent Hill 2, a lot of the story beats are subtle and some of the puzzles can be a bit obscure. I had to get some help from game FAQs and YouTube here and there. But progressing through the castle feels rewarding, and I appreciated the plot revelations the more that I thought about them. The hide-and-seek mechanics here within the environments are pretty unique, as were the dog commands for Huey. I thought those were cool. The fear effects were also cool in the way that the graphics and controls became distorted the more scared that Fiona became when an enemy was around. The AI here was also pretty smart, as I could not use the same hiding spot too often, otherwise the enemy would pick up on my tracks. Backtracking to find new hiding spots was a must in the heat of a chase, but it never felt like a chore to backtrack due to the effective tension and the beautiful castle to explore. I know this game got lukewarm reviews from critics upon release, but it has since developed a very strong cult following over the years. I personally thought it was cool and very effective in its harrowing atmosphere and interesting themes of a young girl being chased by stalkers. I'm going to give Haunting Ground an 8 out of 10. So that's my review. I thought it was a really cool hidden gem on the PlayStation 2. And I appreciate the subtle themes and creepy atmosphere about it. So yeah, that's my review. As a bonus, I'll go into some spoiler discussion, as now we are about 4 minutes in. I guess the whole story really is, that Fiona seems to have inherited this castle after her parents died in that car crash. She was in the back seat, but then her parents were in the front seat. And I get, it's like I said, some of the story beats here are a bit subtle, but from what I gather, she was born with a birthmark that contains this life essence called the Azoth, and her pursuers believe that it holds the key to immortality. Ricardo and Lorenzo want the Azoth from her to get eternal life. I guess, I think it was Ricardo, he wants to be born again through her, and Daniela wants it to be a whole woman, I can't tell if she was built or if she just doesn't have a womb or something, but she's after Fiona for that. And you escape the castle with the good endings. With the bad endings, I guess, with the bad ending, the one bad ending, if you treat the dog badly and he doesn't come to your rescue, I guess Ricardo seems to impregnate you with his seed, and you're pregnant now with his new self, and with Ricardo's new self, and I guess you kind of go crazy or you're happy about it. I'm not really sure. It was a very chilling ending, the bad one that I watched on YouTube, but the good ending that I got was cool too. You just escape from the castle, and you see the big guy that was chasing after you at the beginning of the game. I forget his name, but he's just keeping up with the garden because he's the last person alive in there. But anyways, so yeah, very interesting game, interesting story. The more that I think about it, I guess it does play on themes of a woman being chased by these predators, and I thought it was cool, you know. Obviously a bit underrated at the time upon release, because I believe this game came out right when Resident Evil 4 came out. But yeah, I'm proud to own this in the collection. It's a great collector's item, and I thought it was a cool game. You know, I could definitely see myself going back and playing this again. But yeah, and when you're being chased, I have to say that this game does that really, really well. Like, the closest thing I can think of recently that I played, Metroid Dread, when you're being chased by the machines during certain parts of the game. This game is like that, but it does that aspect even better. And you really get that sense of dread when the predators are coming after you. Especially the lady Daniela. She was creepy as hell. But anyways, so those are my thoughts on Haunting Ground. And that's it. Have a good night.